Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. It's Brian here with another episode of Game a Day May, and we're going to come in at you with day 27 with some Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, you may not hear too much about this game. I don't know why it's not starting. Okay, there we go. It's more expensive, so a lot of people it's a miss for them. In the collecting corner, it's because it's a lot more pricey and it's a lot of the same. I like the boss variances in this game. It took me a little bit to get used to this game and not consider it just like a generic sequel. It kind of reminded me of when you have those Disney movies back in the day and they would have a great theatrical release, and if they wanted to do a little bit more, they would put them on VHS cassette and a direct-to-home video release, and it was usually a little bit poorer of a quality of an experience, a little bit crappier of a story, usually a looser premise. Maybe it was one of the alternative stories that they were going to try to tell with the main movie, and they were like, well, let's still get some legs out of this anyways. Well, I kind of thought that was the case with this game, but after a couple playthroughs, it's grown on me a little bit, so I may eventually add the physical copy to my NES library someday, but now we're playing it on an NES Classic, and gonna give it a go. This is also available in the Disney Afternoon Collection, and that's pretty much available on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, pretty much everything but Switch. Alright, so we're going to head into level 1 here, and again, kind of some of the same points I made with the last game. I really love these games where you're playing in an atmosphere where it's supposed to be, you're tiny and it's supposed to be regular size items, a la like Micro Machines or Monsters in My Pocket, or in this case, this game as well. It's cool because then they can try their best to do big sprites like that, the hamburger there. I don't know who leaves just a hamburger chilling on their counter, but if I have a hamburger, it's pretty much being consumed right away. In two hands and consuming it until it's gone. It doesn't usually even hit the table more than once or twice just to get a little bit of that beverage in between if I can't, handle it with one hand, but there it is. Gigantic sandwich or hamburger, double-decker sandwich on the counter there, chilling. But again, just a little bit more of the same, Fat Cat's on the loose again, just scrolling from left to right in these stages that, seem larger than life. That's a little bit of difference from the first game where, basically, you could tell the difference when there was an enemy that was in a box or whatever because it was slightly discolored. You can see it a little bit there, and he's peeking out. Same kit situation. I want to keep getting these Rescue Ranger icons, and they're Rescue Ranger icons this time instead of flowers that go around. And when you get so many, it increases the amount of damage you can take, which is going to be helpful for some of the later bosses that have longer, more drawn out phases before you can actually get into the damage phase. So we're going to continue on. I knew that, and I still tested it. Got my health refill a little bit there. I love how it's a combination of left to right, but also Rescue Rangers. Oh god, I knew that. I knew pushing forward that was going to happen. Rescue Rangers also has some of that vertical platforming, which is awesome too. A neat little addition. But, I mean, the thing is, I think a lot of people don't think the music's as memorable. I don't know. Again, I think it's also how many times you've played one versus another. The sense of familiarity also lends itself as to why something is good. Like when we played Mega Man 2, it's just as good because of the soundtrack and the familiarity of the pacing of the levels and the soundtrack as it is for, the game itself. And the first one's got really good soundtrack. If I would have been able to make it along top, I'd have a lot more bounty there, including a star, but I did not get up there. Alright, moving right along. These are a little bit longer stages. It's 3. Oh, I really just wanted some more of those icons, just trying to get my health meter up as fast as possible, because again, Some of the bosses have more longer and more involved fights where it takes longer to get to the damage phase, so you want to be able to take more hits whenever you get an opportunity. So that's why you're picking those up. There is a reason. Especially because sometimes the levels themselves are counterintuitive to how you're going to go through. How you're going to go about going through the levels before you, you now have to look and decide whether or not you're going to be able to get good placement on retrieving those as well. There's Return to Zipper. He's coming around trying to fill up this little sink here and raises this gravy boat up, and we can get out of there. I think this is a greatly improved sprite, to be quite honest, of Monterey Jack. A little bit more color, a little bit more shading. Now we're going to be in league with the first boss here. Took me a little bit of time to get used to this boss's pattern. He does some of the work for you. If you let the fight draw out enough, these boxes will eventually come into rhythm to just drop on him. Oh goodness. So you kind of watch out for that. Just make sure your main thing is you're trying to not have them fall on your head. Oh man. Alright. See, it kind of fell the way it fell. I could have tried to provoke him into getting hit by it. There we go. See, it might happen there. Nope. Nope, it didn't fall on his head, so it didn't count as a connect. So I'm gonna drop all the way down here, try to provoke him on the second level. No. There we go. Barely missed it. There we go. I really think this is one of the harder bosses, and it's the first boss. It's not even really... He just has a sporadic pattern. The bosses, and that's the thing, people can say this isn't as good of a game, but there's a lot more thought in the bosses in this game. It's not just all about a rubber ball appearing on sight to help you. You have to find out their unique patterns, and there's some really cool sequences, and the animations themselves are great. One more, I think. There we go. And that's level 1. Alright, so I'm going to add these icons up, and like I said, when you get so many, as you see I have so many hearts, you know, that'll increase. I'm going to try to take this classic ball here and try to get up here and get good timing and get that one up. Oh, I did. 2 up at the top. Great. Moving right along. I mean, it's fun that, you know, everybody has such a great affinity for the first game, but nobody really just gives this game a shot. And, you know, now that you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars to play it, you can get it in the Disney Afternoon Collection as readily available. I think that you should definitely give it a shot on there if that's the least option that you have. The cool thing about that is you get achievements or trophies based on what platform you're playing it on. I knew that was going to happen. So it's a mix of the danger of dropping down and trying to collect these icons just to make these stages a little bit more fleshed out, but also not making yourself vulnerable to the point where it wasn't worth it. You know, you don't want to lose the guys that you spend so much time trying to get. So you can see I got some health upgrade. Oh, I saw him jump and I still went there. Oh, and I dropped into that guy. And just take it slowly, each obstacle as it comes. Here we go. Here's the boss here, another unique boss. You want to stay towards the middle. He's going to throw 2... Ah, that was weak. He's going to throw 2 items at you at a time. If you stay towards the middle, one of them will hit the ground. That's the only way that you're going to be able to use it as a contact weapon, is if it hits the ground. So you want to definitely stay towards the middle so it actually does connect with the ground. When you hit him, then you want to make a jump. Or duck, or go under him, but just don't get hit by him like I'm getting hit. There we go. So towards the middle, he comes down. There you go. And I waited till the absolute last minute there. Alright. Moving right along. Another opportunity at a bonus. Oh, slightly off. I really needed those too. Okay. And again, you definitely want to get these as many times as much as possible, because we're trying our best to increase our maximum health potential here, our maximum life. And it's dictated by as many of these icons as we're getting. It's almost like the coins in Mario. Once you hit a specific amount, something good does happen. So throw that guy off so I can land on him. And then you really wanted to dodge that guy, but that didn't really work out for me. A light jump. Alright, and then we go up to the top here. Light tap. Alright. Don't forget that you can throw it also vertically. That's an option. Now you get this cool baseball. You want to keep it with you as long as possible. It's really going to make this next part easier. When you throw it vertically, it kind of has an arc to it. And you're going to use it to take out these monkeys here in these pails. And also some of the butterflies too. That's what happens when you throw it straight up and there's no arc to it. There you go. I'm going to pause it for just 1 second. I have to check and see my dog real quick. One moment, please. I apologize. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, you just want to take it easy, let him do his thing on his routine. That's the best advice I can give in these situations. A lot of these games is a lot of the difficulties kind of tailored into waiting, and whether or not you're waiting and you're, oh goodness, oh cool, it just stunned you. Whether or not you're impatient or not. There we go. And then we got one of the more difficult boss fights. As you can see, I like to stay up high here. That way he can jump into frame for me to hit him. You really want to be like pretty much a level lower than him. But you can see the weapons to damage are going to come higher. Alright. Let him do his thing. And then just find your spot to go. So obviously I need to be up here, so and you can, I mean, I've done it quite a bit, but it takes a little bit of getting used to this pattern. Oh, that was weak. I should not have done that. That's alright. You just definitely don't want to be in his way, so let him do his thing first and then adjust around it. That was close. You can see there's different ways to approach it, but you really don't want to. I don't like to be down at the bottom longer than I have to be. And plus sometimes he does 4 shots instead of 2, so he'll linger more and you don't want to be caught there. There we go. There we go. Nice little jingle there. And we got 2. We're on our way. Let's see if we can get a bonus this time. Oh, late. Now this is a timed level. You have 3 minutes to beat it. So it literally is 3 minutes. So you really, you know, as much as you want to kind of like try to find all of the items, it's more important to survive it and get through it. So really, I worry more about the ones I can see than the ones I can pick up. Plus, if you dork around too much, it seems like you'll, you know, since it's a skating level, you'll skate through it. You're not trying to, you know, get caught up in that. Whoa. Alright. I love that little flying animation there. But yeah, you can't mess around too much. All right, be careful. Huh, that was fun. He skates forward a little bit, so just be mindful of that. That was fun. Be careful of that coming down. Oop. And that's it. I should have got 50, so I didn't. I don't know if it's doing like an internal counter that I can't see, so. But yeah, I'm trying my best to get that counter up so I can get my extra health up. Alright, and I got that 2 up that time. Sweet. Okay, I love the graphics in this level. The different colors are really cool. I mean, if you're doing a speed run, you're obviously not caring too much about the health thing. That just means that in certain bosses later, you got to be a lot more mindful when you're going, because you can't get hit as much. Okay. Whoa. There we go. Got through that part. Yeah, I'm just a fan of this level. I like it a lot. The music's cool. This, you know, the aesthetic's neat. Got the lights going out here. Ooh. It came back on. That was cool. I love playing these games on original hardware, though, or at least with original input methods. You know, nothing like having the old rectangle controller in your hand. I feel like sometimes when you're playing on the newer collections, there's just way too much controller there for what little input you have to do, which is funny, you know, to me. We got Monterey Jack coming through and giving us a pep talk. There's a little pick-me-up. That's in case you had more health than I have. Basically just makes you start back from this little spot here, and you can reclaim a little bit here. Then you're going to go vertically. Oh, you're going to hit the middle part of that. That's the hitbox. The middle of that guy. Alright, this is a little bit more drawn out of a fight. You want to make sure it's against a situation where you're trying to get some means to do damage to drop for you. In this case, it's wrapped balls. Here comes one. And if you do more than one, if you throw one before the other one falls, you'll actually get an opportunity to get two to spawn. He drops one. There it is. And if you're impatient like I just was, that's what happens there. Alright. One down and one not. This fight has a lot of, he has a lot of damage. Oh, that's okay. Okay, I'll go in there with 3 hits this time. If you can get him to drop one early, again, you shouldn't be impatient like me, because that's why I'm getting hit a lot. It's supposed to take longer than I'm making it take. So he'll drop one here. And then because that one's still on the screen, he doesn't drop another one. Light tap and a drop and a shot. When he does the lightning, he's not going to drop a damage orb. He's just going to shoot at you. Again, I like to stay towards the middle. Hopefully he drops early. But you don't want to get hit by the second one like I just did. So I'm going to have to take care of it this time. I'm just going to have to be a little bit more careful about it. I'd rather continue on a new stage than have to do this whole stage again. Oh, that was weak. I should have stayed at the far left. Alright, so hopefully he'll just hover towards us. Drop a ball. Light tap jump. Same thing, he's lightning hand. Come in lightning hand, stay to the left. You should dissipate. Go back towards the middle. Lightning hand, come in. Lightning hand, stay towards the left. Dissipate. Alright, come on. Lightning hand. Lightning hand. Dissipate. That's alright. Come on, guy. There we go. There's one. Alright. Staying towards this middle here. I guess it's probably better if I just run to the right to make sure that I'm not getting pinched by the second orb that he could drop. In that case, if that should have actually hit the floor. Got kind of robbed there. It's pretty close. Oh. This was one of those fights I was telling you about. That's what a benefit. Oh my god, did I really just get 49 again? Am I never going to get... If you have to get 50, then I'm not going to get another bonus. I'm not going to get any extra life extensions. I missed it by 1. You have to at least get 50, I think. It's making these stages a lot more difficult. I'll tell you that. But that's okay. I digress, to quote Taz. There's an extra life for us. And we're moving on. Oh, the ghost should disappear soon. Uh-oh, it's Fat Cat. Now he goes on to the amusement park. Man, I know one of these stages is a lot harder than the other ones. And either way, one of these levels is definitely harder than the end of the game. So, let's I don't know. I don't remember it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting PTSD. I forgot about the difficulty in one of these levels. Okay. Anyways, we're just gonna do it. Now I'm quickly remembering what the problem is. It's not the bosses. There's, you know, it's the same thing that the same issue people have with Donkey Kong Country. Look at this. So basically, I'm in this minecart, and I can slow it down. I can speed it up, and that's the problem. When you see a rock, you gotta slow it down, so you don't get hit. And it's difficult. The first wave, not so much, but I still got at least 2 more parts. There he goes. Oh yeah, it's this part. You have to swing, you have to slow down and speed up. And you have to deal with that crap. You have to deal with the carts changing tracks. Oh my gosh. I'd like to say that it's done, but it's not. That's not it. This is the worst one. Ah, oh, that's it. Because when you fall down to the next level, you detach from the lever. But you also have to make sure that you're not. You got to make sure that you're also not going to fall out of the cart either. I think I got it. It's just ridiculous. Ah. There we go. Alright, I love this boss. Hope I can at least get through this boss. There we go. You guys gotta remember you can throw diagonally too. That's the main thing. It's a situation again where you're trying to provoke the ability to get hits in. There we go. You have to pretty much... Oh god. Come on, man. Is that it? Oh my goodness. And now I have to do the minecart level again. And I think there's a limited amount of continues. Credits 3. Okay. Continue. Here we go. I gotta knuckle down here. I had it all but done. I got through the hardest part of this level, which is the Minecraft part, and then I beefed it on a boss because I can't take as many hits. That's the problem of relying on being able to take a lot of damage. Alright. Easy peasy, first part. Why did I do that? It's so dumb. Oh, that's dumb too. That's dumb too. Okay. So I can't go as fast as I was going. You speed up when it's on the swing back, you can see. And I'm just assuming at any time I'm gonna get some DPS from my dog where he's gonna insist on going out. And then I'm gonna have to pause for that too, and I apologize. It's like right now. He's going nuts. Hold on, buddy. He doesn't understand, like, minecart levels. Do you understand minecart levels, Chief? Okay, it's a minecart level. You gotta let me finish it, okay? Yeah? Is that okay? Alright, we're at the boss again. Oh man, I just gotta be mindful of where the damage is coming in. I'm just... Okay, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second, please. Alright, if people only understood how hard we have with maintaining stream issues here sometimes, so... my dog does not care. My dog also does not care that I only have a limited amount of credits. And I have not been able to get any of my heart bonuses. It's been a rough ride so far. Anyways, you gotta provoke him basically to shoot cards in a situation where you can get hits in on him. So, again, it's like the other situation where you want to stay closer to the middle so that he doesn't fling them off screen. Ugh. Man, it just sucks when you can't take as much damage. Like, 3 hits and you're out, and I get it. It's better than 1 hit, but... Man! You gotta be kidding me. Okay. And the worst part is he's going to interrupt me again because he's going to want to come back inside. So I can't catch a break. Unfortunately, I don't have any assistance here today. So it's going to be just, it is what it is. And I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that saying. So I'm trying to be really positive here. I decided to do the hardest stage first here. I usually have the ability to take 4 hits at least, or 5 hits at this point. So when you face a boss and you can basically only take 2 hits because 3 hits and you're dead, and they get worse, they get harder, they get longer. Like I was saying earlier, I set it up by saying earlier that the phases get longer that it takes for you to be able to get any damage in. So the only reason why I'm not going for all the R's in this one is because there isn't 50. So, or I don't think it's really hard to get 50. I'm not trying to die trying to do it. So, yeah, well, great. I had something crawling on me. Oh man, I try to be an adapter, not a complainer. I apologize. I really do. It doesn't help you do anything but quicksand. when you start freaking out. So oh, come on. If I run out of continues, I have to do the whole game over again. That's what I have to do. Like, it's not cool that I don't have any buffering here. I have no leeway. Alright, let's try again. Deep breath. Yep, I knew I shouldn't have thrown that. I knew I shouldn't have. It's so risky to even get in a projectile that you don't really want to waste throwing one. And I'm sure there's people that have strategies where they just absolutely ace this, and they get minimum attacks in and all that stuff. And all right. Oh man, I wish that was an internal counter. That's about the RRs, and it's just gonna give me one. But you have to get over 50 in a stage to get a health extension, and I'm just not doing it. Apparently, you have. So, please work out here. All right, 2 lives. Next stage. We're gonna go to Future World. Yes, I don't really care either way. I got the clock tower out of the way, and that's the hardest one. But none of them are easy. But I don't want to say easy, but yeah, I definitely try to take care of the hardest ones first. If I could just get 50 in this stage even, that'd be great. Maybe that's why people don't like this game, is it's a little bit of a ramp. You know, you have, I don't want to say an easy time, but it's not too bad. And then all of a sudden it gets pretty difficult on you. Alright, crazy electric guy, I'll just let you do your thing. We got these hydraulic presses here, that's cool. I think I need to actually get on the top of that one, don't I? Yeah. The cool thing also, segueing back to the afternoon collection, is you can practice bosses. It's got boss rushes in it. So, you know, you can get used to the bosses, and then when you get to them, you have a good sense of familiarity. There we go, there's an RR. Rescue Rangers. Thought that was gonna damage me to hit that. Okay. Oh, my stream is frozen. So I'm going to attempt to fix it, and I will be right back.